Hey guys, it's Jeremy here to talk to you about Anchor, the free podcast tool that you all need. If you haven't heard about Anchor, it's the easiest way to make a podcast. Let me explain. First of all, like I said, it's free. There are creation tools that allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your computer or your phone. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many more. You can make money from your podcast with no minimum listenership, and it's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. So guys, go ahead and download the free Anchor app or go to anchor.fm on your computer to get started.
Oh yeah!
Blerd Survival Guide Season 3, baby.
At Blerd Activists.
At that dancing Blerd. We are back for another season of fun and love and all the things. Let's go.
Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us, enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us, enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live. We got everything you need. Jeremy and Jay, a hell of a team. Comics, news, and everything in between. Birmingham, we own the scene. Come on and let's have a blast with the Black Nerds and the Black Podcast. This is a guide to help you last. We got some topics to unmask. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us, enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us, enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1, we going live.
Appreciate you, Nick, for creating the beat, the lyrics, and helping us out, buddy. Another Marbury production.
Shout out Marbury.
Thank you for your service.
The time is now 12:15, so we can go ahead and get started with everybody in the room. Welcome to the Blerd Survival Guide panel. I'm your co-host, Jeremy.
And I'm your co-host, Jay.
And this is the Blerd Survival Guide panel. We run as a Black podcast known as Blerd Survival Guide. And real simple to remember, we're on Spotify, Anchor, Apple Podcasts, wherever you can find your podcasts. We are here and ready to talk about anime, Disney, cartoons, whatever. And today's podcast / panel, because we're live recording as well, we'll be discussing, basically it's almost a reinterpretation of our very first episode, but within a live setting, because we've been doing this for about 2 years now, and it's live. I'm happy that we all are here together in this room, in this space, to create a talking space for not just nerds but Black nerds everywhere. A little bit about myself. I grew up watching Disney, Cartoon Network, Nickelodeon. I'm pretty late into the anime game. I just started that about 4 or 5 years ago. I'm recently caught up on Demon Slayer, caught up on Naruto Shippuden, and I'm very at the beginning of One Piece. It's gonna take me a minute because I know that's.
You've also been watching Attack on Titan.
But I have been watching Attack on Titan. I caught up to that, and I'm caught up on My Hero Academia. So those are my top anime so far. Like I said, I grew up a Disney kid, so I got you on Disney trivia, pop culture, what have you, and that's the core of me. And I'm gonna hand it over to Jay to tell them a little bit about yourself, and then we have the rest of our team as well, who's going to introduce themselves.
Well, first of all, thank y'all for coming to our first panel. This is the first time we've been able to really get to do something like this, so bear with us as we get familiar, and we want to get familiar with all y'all. We hope that by the end of it, maybe you'll want to listen to the podcast a little bit. We've got so much content on there, kind of just talking about like everything that Jeremy just spent off. I mean, honestly, it's been just really spending the last 2 years finding ourselves and finding our voice and figuring out this whole journey. And also we hope that we kind of maybe hopefully inspire y'all to do something creative through this outlet, because I know that for me growing up it was really isolating to kind of be a nerd, right? Like for me it was cool to watch Dragon Ball, or Dragon Ball Z, you know, like that was like the dope thing you could come back and talk about. But like if I was watching something like Totally Spies, or, you know, watching some kind of like other less manly, you know, kind of
2022.
Yeah, but like, and y'all know, early in the 2000s, it was rough. It was rough out here to be a nerd or a black nerd or anything that was not considered the cool things, really. And I mean, like, I love playing with Yu-Gi-Oh cards. I love playing Pokemon, you know, doing all that. And I felt like I had to find a space. So what we want to do is really create a space for everybody to get to be themselves and really take pride in it, because that's what I think we all need, especially now. I mean, the world is very different, and it can be a really difficult place to live in. And so when we get to be in places like this, I value it a whole lot. It brings me a great amount of joy. So I'm Jay.
All that to say,
I'm Jay. I grew up, me and Jeremy went to high school together. This is our co-host. These are our team. This is our team of Blerd Survival Guide. Miriam is our producer, and Ryan is our audio-visual expert.
Engineer, expert, extraordinaire.
So everything that you'll see on YouTube, he's recorded and filmed, and Jeremy's edited, and Miriam has made sure that we don't go too far from, because we tend to rant or stray away from the topic at hand from time to time.
We like to yell.
We do like to yell.
Keep your audio down a little bit.
I would suggest, you know, the earlier episodes are before Ryan got there. So we'll talk
There was
a little.
learning curve.
Yeah, it was. So we'll talk a little bit about like the podcast and how we developed it as well during the panel. But like Jeremy said, what he was into. I was into anime pretty early on. Bleach, Yu Yu Hakusho, Inuyasha, Dragon Ball Z. Basically, if it was on Toonami, I was watching it. And then obviously, like, I was a big Disney Channel, Disney movie star. Like, I loved the
You
Little
were a
Mermaid.
Disney movie star?
I wish.
I wish too.
I wish I got that casting call. Yeah, anime was my first love, and then, you know, definitely trickled into being into Disney movies and just generally cartoons on Cartoon Network or Nickelodeon. We actually just did a really great podcast series for our third season opener. It's a tournament between Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon cartoons. I hope y'all will check it out. We'll see who came out as our top, our winner out of the bracket that we started with.
So if you had to guess, what do you think were the top three of our Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon that ended up?
I want to hear somebody's.
This is the open floor.
Oh, great.
Close.
You good.
Close.
You good.
Wait, what'd you say?
Ed and Eddie.
They were third.
Yeah.
They were
They were
third.
third. That was actually our third place winner.
SpongeBob was in the tournament.
SpongeBob did not last very long.
It surprisingly didn't make it as far.
So, yes, it did.
Avatar, yeah. No, Avatar, yeah.
Avatar was high up there. So the problem with our bracket was that.
One, it was our first time doing a bracket.
So, like, it really, you know how, like, when you get your, like, in March Madness, it's normally, like, the number 1 versus the number, like, 15 seed. We had some really high-ranking matchups at this jump, man. From the jump, and it really kind of skewed the bracket. It was disappointing to
That,
say
but
the
it was
least.
also tough as all get out to choose.
Make these decisions, right? Like, someone said that the 2007, or like what, 2005 to 2007 are those like core memories for our age group. You know, like that's just where we really hone in on some nostalgia.
Yeah, no, really. I mean,
And so like it was.
that's what we consider almost like the golden age of cartoons when it comes to Cartoon Network and Nickelodeon, because you do have your SpongeBob SquarePants, your Avatar,
peak,
Last
man,
Airbender,
at peak.
Ed, Edd n Eddy, Cursed Cowardly Dog, all of those shows that just kind of like you wouldn't think about it until someone would say the name, and it's like, oh wow, I remember that whole series from top to bottom. And yeah,
I mean, man, Totally Spies didn't even make it onto the bracket, so they got to make it on the bracket.
Well, there was
Next
an
year.
unfair amount of Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon shows.
It was
'Cause
biased
Cartoon
in
Network
that
had
way.
more cartoons, so
Period.
Nickelodeon was automatically like.
But yeah, that's me and a little bit about myself and our podcast, and I'm gonna pass it to Ryan.
Hello, I'm Ryan. I'm the new kid I started working with them back in January, but I've known all of these people since college. What kind of got me started as a nerd was Star Wars, because it was the only thing that got me to shut up as a child. I was at my grandparents' house, like running up and down, and my dad was like, sit down and watch this movie about laser swords, and that was it. So like it's been really cool to get to like talk about nerdy things with people that look like me, because I grew up in a very white neighborhood, and even then they were like, you don't listen to rap music? And I was like, I mean, I do, but I don't want to talk about that all the time. Like, I have other things that I would like to do. I don't care. And so, like, growing up, it was like, I grew up in Atlanta, and so, there was a really weird juxtaposition of the communities that were super tight-knit were great if you could find and get into one, but getting into one was really hard because they knew each other since birth. But it's been really cool, and I've really appreciated like them asking like, hey, come help us do things, and I was like, sure. But yeah, that's me. I'm the Star Wars kid.
Hell yeah, Star Wars kid.
We appreciate it.
I'm Miriam. I'm the only non-Blerd that is behind the scenes of the Blerd Survival Guide. I've known Jeremy since college, Ryan since college. We were in the same theater department, which is mainly where my nerddom started. I was a theater kid. Honestly, my first like real nerd thing was Power Rangers. Like 6 years old, watching like Power Rangers was my ish.
Yeah, we gotta stay clean.
I don't know the age range.
Well, y'all can say it, we can't. We on panel.
Thank you. Yeah.
Dude, my Red Ranger right there. Mighty Morphin. That's
Does it
not.
open? Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, that's epic. That's epic, man.
Yeah. I love that. Oh, look at that.
Oh,
look
man.
At that.
The
Oh, you got the
pops.
blue and pink. Oh, here.
Oh, you got. Oh, that's right. They are here.
Oh, Billy.
Are you gonna get them signed?
Absolutely. Yeah, Jason David Frank. He got his green one signed.
Oh, nice.
Oh.
I love that.
He's
That's
a super
dope.
sweet dude too.
And guys, don't be afraid to talk back to us. We want this to be very interactive. I mean, I know a couple people out there. I know Jared and Morgan from church. I grew up with both of them for the longest time. Yeah, I know all y'all. Yeah, y'all my folks. But yeah, like I said, we only got about 25 or so minutes left, but definitely we talk to y'all talk back to us. We don't bite unless you ask us to.
Miriam has some questions.
Yeah, we'll jump into some questions. I'll ask y'all, and then they'll go through it, and then
We'll bring it to
some
the
of
people.
you guys in the crowd. So, first one, jumping y'all right off the bat. What was your first? You kind of answered this, but what was your first real introduction to being a Blerd? Like, what was the thing that set it off?
My mama sat me down every Saturday morning when when I was growing up, and we would sit down every Saturday. She would be off from work, literally from the time I woke up, which was probably like 8 a.m. because I was like 2 or 3 years old, all the way to when I went to sleep, which was also like 8 p.m. because babies. But we would watch Disney movies, like I said, from top to bottom. We would break for lunch. Even breaking for lunch, I would still keep watching the movie while she cooked food, come back, we would continue watching movies. I mean, my favorite Disney movies, like top 5 in no particular order: Lion King, Aladdin, Beauty and the Beast, a Goofy movie, and when I got older, A Hunchback of Notre Dame. Because it's dark. No Tarzan. Honorable mentions. All right, honorable mentions. But yeah, because I like
Gorgeous movie.
I grew up a theater kid as well, so like Beauty and the Beast. I mean, when he got to Be Our Guest, that's one of my favorite songs from Disney. Period. I mean, I love when they did the rendition in the live action. I love the original. I love the Broadway version. Like all of them are just amazing. So those are like my top 5 Disney movies, and that's basically the thing that introduced me into pop culture and nerddom. Was just sitting down watching Disney movies all day long every weekend.
Hell yeah.
How about you, Jay?
I want to be the very best one ever was. To catch them is my real test. To train them is my cause.
Power
Pokemon. That, without a doubt, was the first one, man. You know, like. Shit, but for real. You know it is. You know it is.
Paramore and the Pokemon theme song. That's it.
Man, they Ash, Brock, Misty, Pikachu, Squirtle, all of them, man. Like Squirtle. I mean, so
Are you a Gen 1?
am I a what?
I think this is a good question.
Meaning, do you only like the original? What hood you from?
Bro, I have never been asked this question. So I have never been asked this question. I'll be honest. But I mean,
This man lost his thoughts. Come on now.
so let me get back to you. But I mean, when we got into Gary was his rival. The guy that looked like Gary that came on next after Brock left the team, Tracy. That's when I can still get with it there, but beyond that, it really
Generation 2, bro.
maybe, bro. Like, I mean, I tried to watch the newest generation. I can't. Like, the way they curved off the art style just throws me off real bad.
They look like Neopets.
I'm just saying.
I'm playing
to Kirby.
and my best friends are Pogoers, so like I do that.
We were deep into Poco for a minute.
Yeah, I was. So like, Pokemon was the number one. I mean, it really brought me into this whole thing. I mean, I played the card game, even though the card game was confusing as hell and expensive as hell. Like, I mean, the hit counters, I just didn't get it. And then they came out with Yu-Gi-Oh, and I was like, oh, numbers, that's easy. Like, I can do quick math, subtract, add and subtract. I was like, that makes it simple. And then, I mean, you know, obviously all the way, throughout Toonami was just like that influence. It was that thing. It was that Friday afternoon. I'm waiting all week for Friday afternoon to get home and watch the Toonami, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto lineup. You know, it was it. That was it. So anime had to be the first thing, without a doubt.
I still want you to answer the question about who's your favorite starter.
Oh, I didn't hear that. Squirtle, bar none. Squirtle, like water style, like Blastoise is, dude, badass. And
Turtle with cannons.
He's turtle with cannons. It's kind of hard to beat. So yeah.
What was your first intro, Ryan?
Other than Star Wars, it was honestly the Kingdom Hearts series.
Nice.
I
know he is.
I spent
We're diverse
so much
over
money on that series. Like, I had books and like the manga adaptations, and I bought it doesn't make sense, and I don't know why they're bringing it back, but I'm gonna play it anyway. I am like this close to playing the phone game. I haven't done that. I just can't justify. I can't justify playing it. It's ridiculous. And apparently, there's like important things to the plot that happens only in the phone game.
Oh God,
That's dumb.
that's a deep universe right there, man.
But like, I had the
YouTube videos.
YouTube. Oh, they had. At the Scholastic Book Fair, they would sell like these ginormous like Kingdom Hearts like manga.
This man said the
anthologies.
Scholastic Book Fair. Y'all remember the
old.
Scholastic Book Fair?
Dude, I still have those.
Man.
Yeah. They had like a
I never got $20 from my
anime
mama to
gaming
go get
section.
some.
It was amazing.
I had to look.
Yeah. Browse only.
You can go to the library. We'll get you a book.
I want the pencil eraser that don't work right.
Oh, they have.
Exactly.
It looked
The day you
cool.
got to
I
go
want
in
the
there with
strawberry.
like $15 was like the greatest.
Man,
He's like, I want all of this.
one time it was like Christmas.
I want every eraser in here and that ring.
Y'all remember pencil
The
grips?
book with the necklace?
Pencil grips were the popular thing. They made whole economies out of pencil grips.
What
It was
was some of
ridiculous.
y'all-
Anybody, for the people out there, anybody's intro?
Honestly, that was probably after Power Rangers. That was it for me. I watched. Yeah.
Heavy in the Power Rangers.
Oh yeah. Heavy.
Dinah, what's your
All the
what's your
movies.
favorite?
Okay, so it's gotta be.
You about to be judged heavily, apparently.
Ninja Storm.
My man.
That's my shit.
I will put Ninja
Yes.
Storm up against every single one of them.
I agree.
guarantee they'll win. Number 2 is probably
Could
gonna
not
have to
agree
be
more.
Power Ranger Samurai, first one.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That was cool. And then is it the Speed?
Speed Force?
Time Force?
Time Force.
Time Force.
Space Police.
Okay.
Yeah, Time Force for like Space Police. That was lit. Man, I liked SPD at the time, but now looking back on SPD, I'm like, that's sus.
He was black.
I'm like, yo, really did that. I mean, they were already like,
But he's a cop. He's a cop.
I don't know about you. I'm kind of about that ACAB life a little.
Was it Homie Red in space?
You know what he's doing now, right? Maybe what that's your snowball, yeah.
Oh dang! Dang! What a flip! What a flip! Range. My man's got range and talent.
All right. Y'all come on in.
Y'all come on in. Welcome.
It's a party.
Welcome. We ain't got much longer, so y'all welcome to come on in.
Anybody else? Any intros to their blerdom, nerddom?
I didn't know I was blurred until I was 19.
All
Okay.
right.
Because I was watching this mom,
Yeah.
My dad used to play PlayStation in front of me. I had a GameCube.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I'm geek.
Oh, put it together.
I didn't realize until I was like 24, 25. I'm 27 now, and then I was like, wait, I had a GameCube. I played Super Mario Sunshine. I watched Pokemon. Then, yeah, so I'm like, I've been one my whole life.
I'm not in that.
Exactly.
I didn't realize I was blurred until high school.
So it starts at various ages. Like I said, you don't have to necessarily be born and was like, oh, I like nerdy stuff. No, you can. Like I said, I was 24, 25. I'm 27 now. Jay, you found out.
I think the second that I brought Yu-Gi-Oh cards to school instead of like
football,
like game cards, like like player cards, like they have
the solitaire, the
Baseball cards?
like baseball cards. Like the second I brought Yu-Gi-Oh cards to school instead of baseball cards, I was just like, and they were like, well, you're weird. I'm like, that's. All right, I'm weird, man. I'm gonna lay down my Blue Eyes White Dragon, and you can lay down what you want, and we'll see who wins. Yeah. Oh man. Yeah.
If you didn't have Yu-Gi-Oh cards,
Oh.
And that like first generation, the like wrist thing.
Yeah.
If you did not have that on secure, you could cut your hand so hard.
Oh my god. Man, I went back. I was in
We use
Walmart.
Beyblades
Beyblade.
Hey, what's up?
Beyblade was the ish, man. Beyblade.
People would trade Beyblades for like pieces of food and stuff and like compete with each other. It was ridiculous. Like,
Y'all, let's get one more answer before we move on to the next question. What's up, Jared?
I think there are 3 people in here who can attest. I've been a nerd my whole life. I was at church like this. When the game was like,
My boy. That's
Step on Tuesdays and everything.
That's how you know you went to a big enough church to do that, man.
come on, man.
All right, Mary, what's the next question? Make it the last one.
We go. Oh, the last one.
Yeah, because we got like less than 10 minutes.
We got 19. Oh wow, that was
19.
Oh.
It's 30 minutes.
Okay. So this is. I'm veering off the list here.
That's fine.
Who's watched the new season of Stranger Things?
Yes.
Okay.
Don't spoil it, please.
I don't know if we
I'm
can
not-
do that question.
New question then.
No, I can spoil it.
No,
I can do it without spoiling. I can do it without.
She just asked not to. What do you mean? We riot.
I can ask the question without spoiling.
Okay.
Y'all remember in the first season, Will was stuck in the underground, and his brother played "Darn, Should I Stay or Should I Go?" That song. Yeah. What would be your equivalent that would get you out of the the upside down? What is your get me out of the upside down song?
24 Karat Magic by Bruno Mars.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, he was fast with that one.
That's a good one.
He was fast.
It was between that or somebody else. Yeah. But
Yeah. I'm gonna have to go with "Shot for Me," Drake. Just go ahead and throw that out there. Yeah, I'm light skinned. Y'all can get it with that.
Can I give 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Probably Situations by Escape the Fate or Bugatti by Ace Hood.
Okay.
Because you can get out of anything by listening to the song. Yeah.
We have range on this full team.
Anybody else?
any songs that get you out of upside down?
we got My Chemical Romance.
That one song they like Kanye was like,
Stronger.
Stronger.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
that thing up.
Come on.
Just hear echo. Hit it one time for the 99 to the 2000. Oh, wait a minute. That one, yeah. Back that thing up.
Yeah.
Wait a minute.
You jump up, ready to go.
I want to knuck if you buck if you're ready to fight.
Say that one more time.
My boy.
We got NSYNC, Dance Queens, Lady Gaga.
There's so many.
Just Dance could probably get you out of there.
The Michael Jackson experience would probably get you out of there. What you mean?
That Ghost.
Yeah.
And you got to night because you can't be Ghost.
Well, I think it's time for another
Time
one.
for one more.
Throw it out.
Marvel or DC?
Marvel for the movies, DC for the show animated. Marvel for live action, DC for animation.
I like that answer.
That's the answer.
That's the perfect answer.
Show of hands for Marvel. I'm just curious at this point. All right, and DC, is that everybody else? Love it for you guys.
I do what I
Love
want.
that for you.
You definitely.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
I really do. I really
Yeah.
do.
The DC
Do
animated
y'all
verse
have
is
any
super.
DC animated
questions
verse is great.
for the guys?
Yeah.
Digimon.
Digimon for the
Digimon for the show. Digimon for the show. The Digimon show is so much better than this
It's
show.
solid, man. It gets more
The Digimon
complex.
show is so
I mean, you
good.
start with this little furry creature and it turns into a human. Right?
Just the imagery.
The imagery.
They were about that life.
My man.
It's just like, why does this person turn into a machine gun?
I'll take Yu-Gi-Oh any day, man. I'll take Yu-Gi-Oh or Pokemon any day. It's simpler.
Yu-Gi-Oh! When you had to connect like the what's the gold dude? I can't remember his name.
Oh, Exodia.
Yeah, Exodia. Yeah, well, yeah. You would
Yo, I went to
unstoppable.
Walmart. They be selling Yugi's whole deck in like the box that it looks like, and I bought that thing. I swear to you, it's just so quick. I was like, I want all of the. I was
When you
like,
are an
$50.
adult-
I will drop it.
When you are an adult with adult money, you can do things like that.
Right, man, my grandparents were so stingy in KB toys, it was ridiculous. KB
When
toys.
you are an adult with adult money, you can do things.
Target also has applications.
Yeah.
Any other questions for the guys?
Yeah, one.
Are you on Team Goku can beat anybody or?
No.
False.
Everybody can be Goku. What you mean? Everybody.
So I've been on my One Piece journey. I've been on my One Piece journey, and bro,
Say it louder.
Luffy might beat Goku, bro.
up
Like
and say
it
it.
might happen. Bro, like they are both dumb as like rocks. They are both dumb as rocks. They will go until they can't go no more. And
You're not that far in.
high key, like
Where are you in it?
Luffy has me
Where are you
challenging.
in it?
If Goku has defenses against Conqueror's hockey, then maybe
Thank you.
it might
Thank
be
you.
a little bit closer, but
Like Conqueror's Hockey versus Ultra Ego, what you got?
Versus everybody. Whose side could be in it? Definitely. Yes.
Sailor.
I mean, we know Sailor Moon would beat Goku. We know that's a fact. Like we've had that debate. I want the Luffy versus Goku debate. I want it.
Goku is literally a god. If he has no defense against
That's to the death. That's gonna be-
Krillin's gonna get.
That's
Y'all seen DBZ
Give him some
Bridge?
meat.
That
Adam,
mark
take it.
counter is just gonna go through infinity, bro. Like without a doubt. Without a doubt.
I love it. Any other questions, thoughts?
Come on.
Curious about podcasting?
Got one.
Do you think One Piece is too long?
Yes, but I'm loving it. I really am. I'm loving every set. I'm 638 episodes in. It's been 3 months.
75.
It's been 3 months. I'm 638 episodes in.
75.
I watched it. I didn't read it. I watched it, most of it.
Week to week. Bless you. Bless your heart.
absolutely.
I feel for anybody that's week to week right now. I'm just grateful to have the binge.
You shouldn't though, because it's incredible. It
Yeah,
is. It
but
has been the thing that's like gotten me up Friday morning. Is like reading that scan. It has been so good.
I watched One Piece in 2019, and it took a year to get all the way caught up. And I was like, I wait for Wano to be finished. I think Wano's might be done. I don't know.
It's
In the manga.
In the manga.
Yeah.
like in the anime, it's like there's Trafalgar Law outside.
20 episodes. It was like this pacing is good. You know, we got a lot of story going there, like stuff for old. It was fine. And then like as soon as it was like, okay, Luffy needs to fight. Okay, Luffy needs to fight. So that's so 80 episodes in, I got depressed. Okay,
that's fair. That's valid.
So long, I feel like
It is also not for everybody.
So like when I started watching it on Hulu at first because they had like they did the thing where they stretched it out. They made it too big, like widescreen, and it kind of like cut off it a lot. But it also, I'm on. Well, I have to be right. Like I'm there now. But like they made it early. They made it like they updated the earlier versions of it, and then I had to go back and watch it in the 4:3 format, and now it's back to widescreen.
So that takes me. This discussion takes me to. You kind of already did this, but give me your top 4 animes.
Top 4 animes, once I say again, like I said, My Hero Academia, I'm actually rereading the manga, and I've actually gotten past the part where the anime is, so I'm proud of you. I'm getting into new area. But My Hero Academia is definitely that's top. Naruto and Shippuden, number 2, I've watched that. What else am I watching? Carol and Tuesday, that was a cute anime on Netflix. I am watching Boruto. It's at a point where I'm just like,
I'm over it. I'm over it.
keep going.
I mean, I'm week by week, but like
Make it to the tuning exam.
I'm week by week.
Oh, you go? Oh yeah, it kind of.
Yeah, it's at a low point right now. I'm just trying to get through that until something interesting happens.
Low points that they gonna have.
My man.
But he got
It got hyped so quick and now it's dead.
Yeah.
Like it went all the way up here and now it's back down here and I'm just over it.
At this point, I'm like, okay, so like, how do we get the Panel-KimetsuCon Bar in the first episode?
Thank you. Forever waiting on that one.
So we still waiting on it.
Forever waiting
We're
on
still
that
waiting
one.
on that. I mean, we stuck in the oceans and Fushimi Clan and that.
Curl was gone. What are we gonna do now?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I was going on Naruto.
I mean, it's still
really
called
about
Naruto. I mean, you know, Boruto, Naruto, Next Generation.
What's up?
Which arc was better for Hunter x Hunter? Green Island or the Khmer Dance?
Greed Island. You can keep Chimera. Keep Chimera, man. I love Greed Island, man.
First of all, Chimera is just too long.
First of all, I didn't know that thing was that long.
Chimera is too long. I'm still trying to get through it.
3 episodes and it's like
No idea what
60.
they're talking about.
Yeah, I'm still trying to get through it.
So confused.
No.
These words mean nothing to me.
They're not even next.
Yes.
Who's gonna be next?
Hold on. What? Yeah, it's been my most recent rewatch. That's like the newest one.
So would you say you have to like the best time part of any show?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's fire, man. Like
It is good.
Like
Ah.
that's a good take. That's a good take. That's a good question.
True.
I mean, it's valid. I know that. I don't know if I can consider myself an expert enough to do it because like Dragon Ball, the first world tournament against Piccolo. I mean, it's pretty iconic as well. So I don't know. So long.
Who are your top animes?
Top animes. Number 1, Naruto Shippuden. Naruto's my stan. I'll always stand on Naruto. Believe it. You know, that's home. Number 2, I'm gonna go with Inuyasha. Number 2. Feudal Fairy Tale's fire, and then I'll make it basic and go with Dragon Ball Z, just like Dragon Ball Z, like throughout. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
What would you say your favorite short anime
Like 24 episodes or less.
is? Like 2 seasons or less. I need
Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy
not
Bebop.
Assassination Class or Parasite. That was trash.
We're not gonna talk about it.
I'm gonna say like the first 2 seasons of what do you call it? ASO.
Oh yeah. I didn't hear you.
First 2 seasons. Sword Art Online. Yeah. ASO. SAO. Sword Art Online. Is
like the Atlanta Symphony
Orchestra. They got an anime?
Yeah.
Who are your top, Ryan?
There's this so
I'm close. You're gonna be like, what? Now what about the Bear series? You know what's that? Like Fate Grand Order
Fate Stay Night.
I haven't watched
Fate
that.
Stay Night is the truth. That's
So
the best
I ended
one.
up finding that one
It's on there.
in order. So like it's like 7, 8 different series all under like the same like umbrella story.
Yeah.
So it's like it's like all these mages have to like get together in the city and try to kill each other with champions to get the Holy Grail.
Okay.
But it goes like dumb in depth into like different like lore, fantasies from like.
What are they called? The Fate?
Yeah, it's a Fate series.
It's on. There's a couple of them.
Yeah.
All right, I'll check it out.
It's like 5, 6.
It's like, bruh, when I tell you the animation is like
Crazy.
You know, like getting.
It's like,
What up, Kakashi?
It's like Demon Slayer beautiful, bro.
All right. Hey, I mean,
Oh, they took their time with that one. All right.
Well, and on that note, we get
I think so.
So good, sure. Mr. Moderator, how much time do we have?
we still got 11 minutes.
Oh, cool. You was right. I'm sorry. You was right. This is why we have a producer, because we don't know. Hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Do you guys watch any non-shonen anime?
So my guilty pleasure is Comey Can't Communicate right now. And it's so fucking adorable, and I just absolutely adore every second of it because it is so cute.
Have you watched Kotaro Lives Alone?
So I keep getting like triggered when I watch it because I'm like, it's really freaking sad, and I'm like, that's.
I can't watch something way too.
If you have
I mean, like, it's my social worker brother. I feel you. I feel you. That's my profession. I feel you. I feel you.
Mine was
Hey,
Carol.
join in ASW. I'm the board president, so you should join. Yeah, you should join. I'm just
Look at
saying.
that plug.
I'm gonna plug one of my associations.
I like that. Ryan, you didn't tell us your top 3 anime.
Psychopaths. It's amazing. I need more of it. It's only 3 seasons. Watch it. It's really good. Probably then One Piece, and then probably Naruto Shippuden.
Nice.
I watched that recently, and it made me happy. But if you haven't seen Psychopaths, please go watch it. It's so good.
What poster did you get?
Oh, it's fire.
That's
Also, the K Project is probably my number 4. It's on Netflix. It is 1 season, and it was a group of anime students. It was a group of animation students' final project before they graduated from their college in Japan.
Very cool.
And it's only 1 season, and it's gorgeous. But
Oh yeah.
I'm the next movie. I'm trying to watch Bubble. That's the next movie I'm gonna watch.
it's good.
Dang.
I enjoyed it.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, it's just gorgeous. I'm like, this is like some Miyazaki level animation. I really want to check that out.
That's actually really easy cosplay.
What is y'all's favorite Miyazaki film?
Can you tell us what that is? What that is?
Like
Howl's Moving Castle, Ponyo, Spirited Away, Princess Mononoke,
I'm gonna have to go with Spirited Away.
Kiki's Delivery Service.
Because that's the only one I watch.
Yeah.
You gotta watch Princess Mononoke. Y'all got if you've watched and like Spirited Away, 10 out of 10 you gotta watch Princess Mononoke. She's badass.
Or Howl's Moving Castle. I don't know.
Howl.
I thoroughly enjoyed Howl's Moving Castle.
Christian Bale is Howl.
Yeah.
If you watch
So
the
if you
dub.
want to hear, if you watch the dub, Batman is
If
in
you
it.
like Batman, if you like that Batman.
He actually does his Batman voice for the first time in that movie.
Gross.
Fun fact.
Fun fact.
Gross.
Jeremy hates his Batman.
Well, it's better when
It is kind of dumb.
I mean, it's pretty bad.
It wasn't, but then
Margot Robbie for the second movie. I don't know why.
That's so true. That is very true.
That's where it went down here.
did y'all see Pattinson Batman?
You'll see the Batman?
The Batman. Did you like it?
So his Batman character was actually dope.
Yeah.
And the fact that it was like an investigation movie, not
Yeah.
just him fighting everybody.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
But his Bruce Wayne, so.
I think it was supposed to suck because it is like still him figuring out who he is going to be. Because you see him being really bad at being Batman. Like when he pulls the parachute right before he goes in the
When he
tunnel
goes
and
full
just
squirrel
gets.
suit.
Yeah.
This is only year 2.
But he's like, he
Right.
still hasn't figured out that he can be one character and this other person and use them at the same time. So I think
What's your favorite part of the movie?
when he hit his head,
The
when he pulled the
Batmobile
parachute,
scene. 10 minutes of yelling
it was
and fear,
so
and I
funny.
love it.
That red book was
he like does it like it's gonna work.
It was just
It
3
doesn't.
minutes of just the car turning on. That's what got me. It was like 3 minutes of him turning the car on and then the actual chase, him going through the fire. And apparently, when I found out, like, look back and do the behind the scenes, it's all practical. I'm just done. Like he actually did that. Like I'm done.
Driver.
Yep. That was my favorite part. Straight up.
Oh, yeah.
It was just funny when it backfired and it couldn't start.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like for me, the reason why I like that movie so much is that it felt so. It was like cheesy, but also serious to a point, just like a Batman comic.
Yes.
Right.
It literally straddled the line perfectly.
Yeah.
I think Robert Pattinson is like my favorite, like Batman.
Right.
Yeah.
Like on screen so far. I mean,
I liked how they gave him like a moment to be an actual hero when has the flare and he's doing his Jesus moment.
Oh, yeah.
I enjoyed that because you don't really get to see Batman be
That's
like
when
a person
vengeance
of the
became
people.
Batman.
It was like you usually get to see him be like brooding and like scary, and it was nice to like especially like him his interaction with all the kids, and I thought that was nice to like actually get to watch him be a superhero instead of the tall, dark, scary white man.
Did y'all watch the new Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
It was an
All right.
I love it.
I'm gonna need you to stand up and
I mean, the first one was better.
I'm gonna need you to explain yourself.
I will stand
Explain
on.
yourself.
I will stand on. It lacked the level of excitement and shock that I got the first time I watched Doctor Strange. Because, like, I mean,
It should have been rated R.
there were some.
It should have been rated R.
I did not. I mean, there wasn't enough at stake for me to be afraid enough.
I wanted more.
throughout it. I was like, okay, like, I mean, just like the second one. The second one, like I just didn't feel the fear that you're supposed to feel, I guess, from a Sam Raimi influenced movie. So, like, I'm
They
just
did have to do 2 sets of reshoots for that
interesting.
because it actually was supposed to be a lot darker.
It needed to be.
Well, Disney's like too scared to do R-rated things.
Like they had to back it up on it twice.
I'd love for them to do like another like release of it, like
Release
they did.
the Raimi cut.
Release the Raimi cut. Like
I want all
because
the
like I just didn't feel.
There was moments where he like teetered, and I was like, I can see where you're doing this. Yeah.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
I kind of do. I kind of want to watch.
I
What's
mean,
the
when
guy's
she
name that blew his
like
head out?
the reasonable line,
Black
I was like,
I kind of
he's
want to
gonna
see
blow
Black
people
Bolt's
up.
brains
Let's go.
like out here. Like I
It
do.
imploded, it didn't go out. Like that's what
I mean, I was like, it's bad.
How he's gonna do his stuff?
because Mr. Fantastic is that man that's just gonna be like, hey, I'm the smartest man. I'm gonna tell you what he does, and he's gonna do it to you. Yeah.
I remember seeing the movie.
Spoilers.
You're welcome. It's like you haven't been online for the past 3 weeks.
I just feel like everything after Endgame stuff with Spider-Man is just completed.
We feel like all of Phase 4 right now is just like, hey, y'all need some
I
therapy.
mean, I love the limited series. I love those without a doubt. Like that's not mid. I would say.
The limited
One
series.
more
has
observation, and then we gotta start closing out, my guys. My people's.
Like if you've ever seen, like speaking of Moon Knight, if you've ever seen like this is kind of off topic. If you've seen Mr. Robot before, if you watch it before, you try to watch Moon Knight.
All right. I'm
I
a,
mean,
yeah.
I'm not trying to spoil it, but if you watch Mr. Robot and you try to, it's pretty much kind of the same structure.
Yeah.
It's like McDonald's versus like.
Well, it's also Disney versus
Like a
A24.
Michelin restaurant.
I mean, I don't know, man. Moon Knight had me tripping.
I loved it.
I liked it. I enjoyed it on the second rewatch. I enjoyed it more on the second watch though.
I was confused.
Because there's a lot to unpack.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I don't think you're wrong that the second phase of Marvel is mid, but you are getting more representation than you ever have before. So I think
But that's
I mean, they got a lot to live up to. Like that's my thing. It's like I recognize that we have been watching this for a long time.
It's a sad field to be playing against.
Yeah. And that's
True.
like it's me.
Yeah. But like we say in all of our podcasts, at the end of our podcast, we can go on and on.
We can go on and on.
But we are at the end of our panel. We appreciate everybody for coming out today. We appreciate y'all for coming
Thank you all
out.
so much.
We have business cards. We don't have any fun stuff, but we do have business cards where you can find us on our social medias. You can, like I said, you can listen to us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, basically anywhere you can get your podcast. We have.
If you like the podcast via YouTube, we're on YouTube.
We are on YouTube
There's
as well.
videos.
Yeah, so you can see us acting a fool just as much as we talk like fools. All right, but
There's a
other than that,
QR code on the back that will take you directly to find all of the list, like where you can listen to it.
yeah, we updated. All right, but you can find me on all the social medias at that dancing blerd no G,
and I'm at Blerd Activist.
And other than that, keep surviving, everybody. And
keep surviving.
Yeah, come up and get some cards, and we can actually get a group picture before we get out of here.
I love that.
I'd
love for y'all to join.
You want to stay for a group picture? Definitely.
Oh, yeah.
Blerd Survival Guide Season 3, baby.
At Blerd Activists.
At That Dancing Blerd. We are back for another season of fun and love and all the things. Let's go. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. We got everything you need. Jeremy and Jay, a hell of a team. Comics, news, and everything in between. Birmingham, we own the scene. Come on and let's have a blast with the Black Nerds and the Black Podcast. This is a guide to help you last. We've got some topics to unmask. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. Welcome back to the Blerd Survival Guide. Chill with us. Enjoy the ride. Perfect way to spend your time. 3, 2, 1. We going live. Appreciate you, Nick, for creating the beat and the lyrics and helping us out, buddy. Another Marbury production.
Shout out Marbury.
Thank you for your service.